That's the reason why the British signed it as well. So Malaya cannot say, oh, we don't want to go arbitration in London because we don't want foreign interference into Malaysia affair. Malaysia was formed by Malaysia Agreement, and it was signed by the British as well. So if we bring things there for arbitration, it doesn't mean they interfere with the internal affairs of Malaysia, because they are part and parcel of it. So that's just a lie. When they say, oh, we don't want to bring it to London because we don't want foreign interference, that's a lie. Because they thought that at the end of the day we will go to them and kowtow and beg them to give our rights back. No, we have the option to go to London. And there is nothing that they can do to stop us from going there. Nothing. And we have every right. You as a Malaysian, you as a Sabahan, you as a Sarawakian, if you were to bring to court issues such as this, when it reaches, probably the Borneo High Court will give judgment to you. That means you win. But when you reach the federal court, they will turn around and say, you don't have local standard. So you cannot bring it to court. You lose. So as an individual, you cannot bring this thing to Malaysia court. But as an individual and a group from Sabah and Sarawak, nothing to stop you to bring it to London. Nothing. And in London, you have better standing. Because the British recognize you as the beneficiary. Not in Malaysia. In Malaysia, you are not a beneficiary because you don't have local standard. So, if you want, we can bring this to London. But we have to establish the fact that they refuse you first. Otherwise, what do you want to bring to London for? That's why I'm very happy. Few years, our MPs, even though they may not understand a whole lot, but they have been talking in Parliament, in Dun, they have been talking about this. So when they start talking about this, I'm not interested in what they're saying. What I'm interested in is the Hansard, where they mention this thing. These are evidence that we can bring to London court, and it's recognized. That's what I'm looking at. So, I hope, our MPs and all that, don't think it is their individual crusade. No, it is everybody's crusade. So you speak about it in Dewan Rakyat, you speak about it in your Dun, you are actually helping our effort by making it officially, written down. That's all we want. It's written down. Then, if London says, have you done your best? Yes, these are all the documents. We cannot bring newspaper cutting. We bring Hansard. So that Hansard becomes our evidence. And that Hansard will be recognized by the British. So that's the way to do it. Not signature campaign. Please, don't waste time. We have to bring in this way. Link was made in plain sight. It was never hidden. It should be known by the negotiator. But Malaya has been changing it as they like. They thought they have the power. going to be messy. I give you an example, which they amend this one. It's in the federal list. It's item 25A, tourism. Tourism is not part and parcel of the federal list. Suddenly, in 1994, they make the changes. So tourism becomes part and parcel of the federal list. But before that one, they have already established the Ministry of Tourism in Malaya in 1987. Then in 1991, they passed a law, Tourism Industry Act. Only in 1994, they get the power to create the Ministry of Tourism. Can you imagine that? You have the ministry without the law? This is how Malaya works. You see? Until today, that ministry is illegal. Why is it illegal? Because this constitution says, under Article 77, that residual power belongs to the state. So if you want to add your federal list, that is residual power. Which means you have to ask all the states in Malaysia, which they never did. So, they langgar saja. Dia buat saja. Now the biggest question, the Ministry of Tourism in Malaysia is illegal. So what about the fees that they have collected? Tour guide punya license that they have given. So it is given by an illegal ministry. Given an illegal license, and they do illegal enforcement. My God. This is crazy. And until today, people still hungi pergi parliament. They don't even talk about it. Our MP should bring it up. Ini bukan saja makan duit haram, ini kementerian pun haram. Unfortunately, the minister in tourism right now, Minister of Tourism right now is from Sabah. Matilah. He's from Sabah and he's the Minister of Tourism. My goodness. Now, full consideration must be given to the Borneo states and their consent must be sought. Failure to get the consent of the Borneo state means the federal government breached the Malaysia Agreement 1963 and the requirement of the Malaysia Act 1963, Chapter 35. So, I've given an example where they breach it already. That's one breach. Altogether, in my studies, I found out about 50 breaches in the last 54 years. So it's not small. What is this? This is supposed to be our supreme law. But this supreme law have got inconsistency here and there. Just take one example. I mean, I love to be in the university. I can just get one student to study one thing at a time. Just study one. The word the federation. It appeared more than 200 times here. And if we look at the definition means Malaya. The federation means Malaya. It appears more than 200 times in the federal constitution. And the worst is in Article 96. Let me read it to you. In Article 96, no taxation unless authorized by law. No tax or rate shall be levied by or for the purpose of the federation, except by or under the authority of federal law. Alright? So the word here, the federation. The federation here means under Article 160 is Malaya. So meaning to say, this government or this federal constitution, okay, can only collect tax in Malaya. They can only impose tax in Malaya, nothing to do with Sabah and Sarawak, including income tax. Isn't it? Because they said it here, for purpose of the federation, for purpose of Malaya. Start clicking on the legal mind. The accountant also start clicking. Why are you paying income tax? Now, based on this, then you go to the federal list, to the state list. The federal list have got tax. The state list, no sales tax. But under Part 5, additional sources of revenue assigned to Sept, Sabah and Sarawak. Number 7, state sales tax. Purposely, okay, all the Malaysia agreement and all that in the construction of the constitution, purposely, they didn't put sales tax in the state list. They have it in the federal list, they don't have it in the state list, but for Sabah and Sarawak, they have Part 5. Purposely. Why? So that Sabah and Sarawak can collect your own sales tax. They don't have to argue with the 11 states in Malaya. So meaning to say,